It's about 1:45 in the afternoon. The motorcycles have toned down. Probably 80, 100 motorcycles. Family affiliated support services. Sorry about that. Muffled out all my broadcasts pretty much, or a third of it. Today I want to talk about a scripture, Luke 12:40. Be ye therefore ready also, for the Son of Man cometh at an hour when ye think not. Also, there's another scripture that's similar to that. Matthew 24:44. Therefore, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. You know, a lot of people are trying to put God in a box. He has to do it this way. Let me tell you something. You can't put God in a box. You're not God. Everybody has their little eschatological packages. They've got their charts. They got their graphs. They think they've got God all figured out. Well, let me tell you something. You can never figure God out. There's another scripture that they asked him when he was coming back, and he said, no man knows the hour or the day, only my Father which is in heaven. That you've got God figured out. Maybe you ought to read Matthew 24:44 again, and maybe you ought to read Luke 12:40 again. The Son of Man cometh at an hour when you think not. You think you got it all figured out. You don't. Okay? And that goes for John Hagee. That goes for the Left Behind series. That goes for all those that think they have it all figured out as to when things are going to happen. When such a time as you think not, the Son of Man cometh. Now, it does say in the 24th chapter of Matthew that perilous times will come. There will be wars and rumors of wars. Are there wars and rumors of wars right now? Iran's trying to strike a deal with China and Russia. And as it was in the days of Noah, is it as it was in the days of Noah now? I think it is. Marrying and giving in marriage. How many people have been in multiple marriages? As it was in the days of Sodom and Gomorrah. We're living in Sodom and Gomorrah days today, aren't we? Right? Well, if you read through the 24th chapter of Matthew, you'll find that a lot of what God, Jesus Christ, the greatest eschatological preacher of all time, taught in the 24th chapter of Matthew has pretty much come into fruition. You say, oh, you're just trying to be a newspaper eschatologist. No, I'm not trying to be a newspaper eschatologist. I don't even read the newspaper. And 99% of the news on social media is fake. You'll hear wars and rumors of wars. All these things must come to pass. Nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places. You know, there's been more earthquakes in the last 10 years than the last 100 years. Okay. Many will be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. Many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. Benny Hinn, Kenneth Copeland, Paula White, Joyce Meyer, Juanita Bynum, Oral Roberts. On and on it goes. Iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. The gospel shall be preached in all the world. Well, false Christ and false prophets show great signs and wonders. He say he's in the desert, go not forth. Is he in secret chambers? Believe it or not, they just buried the Pope, or they just had the Pope's funeral this morning. Thousands of world leaders were there. Thousands and thousands of people were there at that funeral. Well, again, time, Scripture says, in the time that you think not, the Son of Man cometh. Just about the time people think they got everything figured out, look out. That's my interpretation of that. For as many who think they got everything figured out, look out. For in such an hour as you think not, the Son of Man cometh. Well, I hope the good Lord's with you this weekend in a special way, and I hope you'll think about these things. And I heard a preacher say today, you got to be proactive. Let me tell you the one that's proactive. I'll tell you, he's more than proactive. He's an absolute predestinator, and that's God himself. The absolute predestinator of all things, including his return. Okay? God bless.